Have you ever caught a glimpse of yourself in the mirror and thought, when did I start looking older than I feel? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. For many women over 50, gray hair can feel like a turning point, a moment where youth seems to slip away and society quietly nudges us to fade into the background. But what if I told you that gray hair isn't the end of beauty, but the beginning of a whole new kind of elegance? More and more women today are embracing their natural gray, not as a sign of aging, but as a bold, beautiful statement of self-love, wisdom, and authenticity. And the truth is, gray hair can be vibrant, youthful, and undeniably chic if you know how to work with it, not against it. And that's exactly what we're diving into today. From face-framing layered cuts to soft, voluminous waves, this video will guide you through the best hairstyles, styling tips, and care routines that can make your silver strands shine and help you look and feel more youthful and radiant than ever. But don't worry, this isn't about following trends or trying to look like your 30-year-old self again. This is about discovering what style feels most you at this stage of life, what makes you walk a little taller, smile a little brighter, and feel at home in your own skin. And trust me, with just a few small changes, your hair can go from just okay to absolutely stunning. So if you're ready to turn your gray into your greatest style asset, you're in the right place. Let's start with the most transformative haircut that flatters nearly every woman over 50 and instantly adds youth, shape, and movement to your hair. Gray hair is not the end. It's the beginning of a new kind of beauty. When we think of gray hair, we've often been conditioned to associate it with fading youth, with stepping into the background. But here's the truth no one talks about enough. Gray hair doesn't mean giving up, it means showing up fully, authentically, powerfully. In fact, many women say that the moment they stopped coloring their hair and embraced the gray, they felt a wave of liberation. It wasn't just about hair, it was about finally owning who they are. No apologies, no filters, no chasing unrealistic ideals. But let's be honest, as empowering as gray hair can be, it still comes with a learning curve. The texture changes, the shine fades. The volume might not be what it used to be. And if we don't know how to work with it, our silver strands can end up looking flat, lifeless, or even unflattering. That's why the secret to looking youthful with gray hair isn't about hiding it. It's about enhancing it, celebrating it, styling it in ways that bring out your best features and reflect your personality. And this brings us to one of the most powerful style upgrades you can make, adding layers. Layers are like magic for gray hair. They create shape, movement, and volume. Three things that naturally fade with age, but can be brought back instantly with the right cut. A layered bob, for example, frames the face beautifully, softens hard angles, and gives your look a fresh, modern lift. If you've been struggling with thinning hair or flat roots, layers can help create the illusion of fullness without piling on products. And if your hair feels heavy or shapeless, soft layering can take off the weight while adding dimension, turning tired-looking strands into something truly youthful and dynamic. But here's something most women don't realize. Your hair texture plays a huge role in how layers fall. That's why it's essential to work with a stylist who understands your specific hair type, whether it's fine and wispy, thick and coarse, or somewhere in between. The goal isn't just to cut hair. It's to sculpt it so it moves and flatters you naturally. And don't forget the maintenance. Getting a trim every 4 to 6 weeks helps keep those layers fresh, prevents split ends, and ensures your style doesn't lose its shape. Think of it like skincare for your hair. Small, consistent upkeep makes a massive difference over time. So, if you've ever looked in the mirror and felt like your gray hair was wearing you instead of the other way around, it might be time for a layered bob. It's not just a haircut, it's a reintroduction to the confident, elegant, radiant woman you've always been. Now that we've explored how layering can refresh your look, let's talk about a cut that brings even more energy, personality, and playfulness to your gray. The comeback queen, the shag. The modern shag, playful, youthful, and unapologetically chic. If the layered bob is your timeless classic, then the shag haircut is your wild card, the one that brings back a spark, a little edge, and a whole lot of personality. You might remember the shag from decades ago, choppy layers, tousled volume, a bit of rock and roll flair. But don't worry, today's version is more refined, more wearable, and perfectly tailored for elegant women over 50 who want to feel youthful without looking like they're trying too hard. Here's why the shag is having such a powerful comeback. It brings instant texture, volume, and energy. Exactly what many of us crave as our hair naturally becomes thinner or flatter with age. With face framing layers and a soft, effortless silhouette, the shag gives you that "I woke up like this" look, even when you didn't. But let's be real, this isn't about going punk or looking rebellious. Today's shag can be as bold or as subtle as you like. That's the beauty of it. You can opt for gentle waves with light layering for a soft romantic vibe, or go full on choppy with tousled volume if you're feeling bold. Either way, it works with your gray, not against it, bringing out the natural dimension and giving your strands room to shine. And if you've been struggling with thinning at the crown or around the temples, the shag is your best friend. The layers add fullness and volume in all the right places, while the movement helps draw attention upward, away from areas you might feel less confident about. Styling a shag is refreshingly low effort too. All you really need is a good texturizing spray or a light mousse. Spritz it onto damp hair, scrunch gently, and let it air dry or diffuse. You'll get soft, carefree waves that look modern, effortless, and full of life without spending hours in front of the mirror. Still want options. That's the beauty of this cut. It's incredibly versatile. Whether you wear glasses, have a rounder face, or prefer a slightly longer silhouette, a skilled stylist can customize the shape to flatter you. Think of it as wearable personality, something that reflects not only your style, but your spirit. And here's a little bonus. The shag doesn't need to be styled every single day. It's one of those cuts that looks even better when it's a little lived in. The natural bend and texture of gray hair only enhance its charm, making it one of the best low-maintenance yet high-impact hairstyles out there. So if you've been craving something a bit more playful, something that says, "I'm still full of fire," the modern shag just might be your perfect match. And once you've got the right cut, what comes next? Styling. Because how you finish your hair each day can make all the difference. And one of the simplest, most elegant techniques is coming up next. Let's talk about soft waves and why they're the go-to move for effortless, classy beauty at any age. Soft waves, effortless elegance that brings your gray hair to life. After choosing the perfect cut, the way you style your hair every day makes all the difference. And nothing elevates gray hair quite like soft, loose waves. Soft waves add movement, volume, and shine. Three magic ingredients that transform flat, dull hair into something full of life and vitality. Whether your hair is short, medium, or long, waves create a gentle bounce that frames your face beautifully and highlights the natural silver tones. Here's why soft waves work so well for gray hair. Gray strands can sometimes appear dry or brittle, and straight styles might make your hair look flat or lifeless. Waves add texture and dimension, creating a multi-dimensional effect that reflects light beautifully, giving your hair that coveted healthy, youthful glow. If you're someone who loves a little extra polish but hates heavy styling, this technique is a perfect balance. It's feminine without feeling overdone, sophisticated without being stiff, And the best part, it's surprisingly easy to achieve. To get those gorgeous waves, you only need a curling iron or a styling wand. Wrap small sections of hair loosely around the barrel. No need for tight curls. After curling, gently run your fingers through to soften the look. Then finish with a flexible hold hairspray that keeps your waves intact without stiffness or crunchiness. Prefer a more relaxed, natural vibe. Skip the heat tools and try air drying with a wave-enhancing mousse or sea salt spray. Apply the product to damp hair, scrunch lightly, and let your hair dry naturally. You'll end up with effortless, beachy waves that look casual yet chic, perfect for busy days when you want to look polished without the fuss. Maintaining that soft wave look throughout the day is all about choosing the right products. Flexible hold sprays and light texturizers keep your hair in place but allow natural movement so you never lose that soft, touchable finish. Soft waves are not just a styling trick. They're a celebration of the natural beauty of gray hair, adding a youthful vibrancy that feels genuine and flattering. Now that you know how to create movement and volume with waves, the next step is making sure your haircut perfectly suits your face shape, because the right cut can truly highlight your best features and enhance your natural beauty. Let's explore how to choose the perfect hairstyle for your unique face shape in the next segment. Choosing the right haircut for your face shape. Highlight your natural beauty. Now that you've learned how to add volume and texture with waves, it's time to focus on the foundation of any great hairstyle, the cut itself. And nothing matters more here than your unique face shape. Choosing a haircut that complements your face shape isn't about following trends blindly. It's about enhancing your natural features and feeling confident every time you look in the mirror. Let's break down the basics. Round faces. If your face is round, you want to create the illusion of length and definition. A chin-length bob with soft layers works wonders here. It frames the face beautifully while adding angles that balance the fullness of your cheeks. Oval faces. Lucky you. Oval faces tend to suit a wide range of styles. Long layered cuts enhance your natural bone structure and add movement, while shorter styles like pixies or bobs highlight your symmetry effortlessly. Square faces. Softer styles are key. Layers that start below the jawline can help soften strong angles, and side-swept bangs are great for creating a more oval appearance. Heart-shaped faces. Focus on balancing a wider forehead with your chin area. Chin-length cuts with volume around the jawline create harmony and soften your look. Remember, these are guidelines, not strict rules. The most important thing is that you feel comfortable and beautiful. Here's a pro tip. When you visit your stylist, bring photos of hairstyles you love. This visual reference helps communicate your vision clearly, and your stylist can tailor the cut to fit your hair texture and lifestyle. Also, don't hesitate to discuss your hair's natural behavior. Whether your hair is fine, thick, curly, or straight, understanding how it moves and falls will ensure your cut works for you, not the other way around. A well-chosen haircut not only highlights your eyes, cheekbones, or favorite features, but can also downplay areas you'd rather minimize, like a broad forehead or angular jawline. Ultimately, your hairstyle should be a celebration of you, your face shape, your personality, your story. Now that you know how to pick the perfect cut for your face, let's dive into the essential care your gray hair needs to stay healthy, vibrant, and glowing at any age. Taking care of your hair properly ensures all these beautiful styles stay looking fresh and fabulous for longer. Caring for your gray hair. Keep it healthy, vibrant, and youthful. Choosing the right haircut and styling techniques is only part of the journey. The real magic happens when you take care of your gray hair every single day. Gray hair tends to be drier and more fragile than pigmented hair. The natural oils your scalp produces don't travel down the strands as easily, which can leave your hair feeling brittle or looking dull. But with the right care, you can keep your silver strands soft, shiny, and full of life. First things first, regular trims are essential. Getting your hair trimmed every 6 to 8 weeks helps prevent split ends and keeps your style looking fresh and polished. It's like a reset button for your hair, stopping damage before it travels up the strand and becomes harder to fix. Next, deep conditioning is a must. Once a week, treat your hair to a nourishing deep conditioning mask. Look for products rich in hydrating ingredients like shea butter, keratin, or natural oils. These treatments replenish moisture, soften strands, and restore elasticity, which is crucial for preventing breakage. Speaking of oils, incorporating natural oils like argan or jojoba into your routine can be a game changer. Just a few drops massaged into the ends of your hair can instantly boost shine, smooth frizz, and protect your strands from environmental damage. These oils are packed with nutrients that help your hair look radiant and feel silky. Another important tip: protect your hair from heat damage. If you use styling tools like blow dryers, curling irons, or straighteners, always apply a heat protectant spray beforehand. Heat styling can weaken already fragile gray hair, leading to breakage and dullness. Whenever possible, let your hair air dry. This reduces stress on the strands and helps maintain natural texture and shine. If you're in a hurry, use the lowest heat setting on your tools and avoid overstyling. Finally, don't forget about UV protection. Sun exposure can yellow or dull gray hair over time. Use hair care products with UV filters or wear a stylish hat when you're outside for extended periods. Taking these steps shows your hair some love and respect, and in return, your gray hair will glow with a youthful vibrancy that complements every hairstyle you choose. Now that you know how to keep your gray hair healthy and radiant, let's talk about one last practical tip that can truly change how you live with your hairstyle every day. Because the best hairstyle is the one that works for you, not the other way around. Conclusion: embrace your gray hair with confidence and joy. At the end of the day, your gray hair is more than just a color. It's a reflection of your journey, your strength, and your unique beauty. Embracing it is a powerful act of self-love that goes beyond appearances. It's about honoring who you are, exactly as you are. Remember, the styles and care tips we've talked about aren't about trying to turn back the clock or erase your story. They're tools to help you feel confident, radiant, and truly comfortable in your skin. Because when you feel good, it shows. And here's a little bonus tip: choose hairstyles that fit your lifestyle. If you're busy and always on the go, opt for low-maintenance cuts like a chic bob or a textured pixie that look polished without hours of effort. But if you love to experiment and play with your look, keep some styling tools handy. Soft waves one day, sleek and smooth the next, so your hair feels as dynamic as you do. Your hairstyle should work for you, not the other way around. It should be a natural extension of your personality and your life. So which of these styles or tips are you excited to try? I'd love to hear how you're embracing your gray hair. Share your favorite looks and experiences in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone else to love their silver strands too. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out our next one: Top 5 Low-Maintenance Hairstyles for Women Over 60. Perfect for keeping you stylish every day without the fuss. Thank you for watching, and here's to loving your gray hair beautifully, confidently, and unapologetically you.